Hello guys, it's our new video and we're gonna speak about Python. Statement and control flow. Python statements include assignment statement using continual equal sign, which means equalation. The if statement, which conditionally executes a block of code along with else and elif, a contraction of else if. For the for statement, which iterates over the iterable object, capturing each element to a local variable for use by the attached block. The while statement, which executes a block of code as long as its condition is true. The try statement, which allows exception tries in its attached code blocks to be caught and handled by except clauses, or new syntax except in Python 3.11 for exemption routes. It all ensures that clean-up code in a finally block is always run regardless of how the blocks exist. Rise a statement used to write a specified exception or rewrite a code exception. The class statement, which executes a block of code and attaches its local namespace to a class for use in object-oriented programming. The def statement, which defines a function or method. The with statement, which holds a code block within a context manager, for example, acquiring a log before it is run, then releasing the log or opening and closing a file. Logging resources acquisition is initialization like behavior and replacing a common try final idiom. The break statement, which exits a loop, and continuous statement, which skips the current iteration and continues with the next. The del statement, which removes a variable, deleting and as a reference from the name to the value and producing an error if the variable is referred to before it is redefined. The pass statement serving as a null syntactically indeed to create an empty code block. The other statement used in debugging to check for conditions that should apply. The yield statement, which returns a value from a generating function and also an operator used to implement coroutines. The return statement used to return a value from a function. The import statement used to import models whose functions or variables can be used in the current program. The assignment statement binds a name as a reference to a separate dynamically allocated object. Variables may subsequently be rebounded at any time to any object. In Python, a variable name is generic reference holder without a fixed data type. However, it always refers to some objects with a type. This is called dynamic typing in contrast to statically typed language, where each variable may contain only a value of a certain type. Python doesn't support tail call optimization or first-class conjugations, and according to one Rossum, it will never. However, better support for coroutine-like functionality is provided by extending Python's generators. Before 2.5 generators were lazy iterations, data was passed and directionally out of the generator. From Python 2.5 on, it is possible to pass data back into a generator function, and from version 3.3, it can be passed through multiple stacks levels. Expressions. Some Python expressions are similar to those in languages such as C and Java, while some are not. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication are the same, but the behavior of division differs. There are two types of division in Python: float division or integer division and floating point division. Python also uses the 2 stars operator for exponentiation. The Doc infix operator it is intended to be used by libraries such as NumPy for matrix multiplication. Methods. Methods on objects are functional attached to the object class and syntax. Instance.method argument is for formal methods and functions. Uh, Syntactic sugar for class.method insurance argument. Python methods have an explicit self parameter to access instance data in contrast to the implicit self or this in some names beginning and ending with double underscores to allow user-defined classes to modify how they are handled by native operations including len comparison in arithmetic operations and type conversation. Typing. Python uses duck typing and has typed objects, bars, and typed variable names. Type constraints are not checked at compile time. Rather, operations on an object may fail, signifying that it is not of a suitable type. Despite being dynamically typed, Python is strongly typed, being operations that are not well defined. For example, adding a number to a string rather than silently attempting to make sense of them. Python allows programmers to define their own types using classes, more often used for object-oriented programming. New instances of classes are constructed by calling the class spam class, egg class, and the classes are instances of the metaclass type. Before version 3.0, Python had two kinds of classes, both using the same syntax, old style and new style. Current Python versions only support the semantic new style. The long-term plan is to support gradual typing. Python syntax allows specifying static types, but they are not checked in the default implementation. See Python. An experimental optional static type checker. Maybe supports compile time type checking. Arithmetic operations. Python has the usual symbol for arithmetic operators, plus, minus, star, slash. The floor division operates two slashes, and the model operation person where the remainder can be a negative, for example, 4% minus 3 to equalization minus 2. It also has two stars for exponentations. So guys, that was all I wanted to tell you. Thanks for watching this perfect video. Put your likes, subscribe on our channel, write back whether you like what we are doing now. So that's all guys, and the only thing I would like to tell you for now is bye bye.